Oh, hello again. How'd that go dark? It was bright a second ago. Um, okay. Ceremony 5 last night. First for the newcomers. A bit of a mixed bag. Some people got a lot, some people got a little. But for me, mine was exponential as always. It's crazy and crazy every time I think about it. Not sure where it all started. Um, the sunrises, sunsets, one or the other. A really bright red sun, like I've seen here in the mornings. Um, and it was like I saw it, and then something else happened, and I was back at another point with another sunrise. I'm not sure if it was the same one or not. Then I remember thinking how beautiful it was. Now, keep in mind, this was 8:30 at night, 9 o'clock at night or something. So it's pitch black outside. I've got my eyes closed. For some reason, I thought it would be worthwhile reaching over, grabbing my phone, and taking a photo of it, which made me laugh. Yeah, once I actually realised what I was doing, just it cracked me up. Um, so, uh, but then a couple of minutes later, two of the facilitators with my eyes closed again, so just vision. The facilitators, two young ladies, both took to one came over and then the other one came over. I can't remember which came first, but they both had taken photos of the sunset, sunrise, and they came over to show me that they'd captured it, which was, I don't know, satisfying. I'm not sure, but it was for me. It was quite funny. And then, um, and then the last time I saw the sunset, was I was sitting in a boat, looking up at a landing where there was 5 people, male, female, and then 3 smaller people. And as I tried to actually get a focus on what they looked like, I was able to distinguish features and things like that. And at first they were Peruvian looking, like the local people here. But then, there was a point where it turned into like an Indian, American Indian. Um, and then when he stopped and turned and looked at me, it was an Asian man. So the transition between the 3 people was very different. Um, but the main thing I got from the night was when I was looking in the vision and I went to look around in the vision. There was one of the Icaras had just started, and excuse me, when the Icarus started, I just looked across and there was a man next to me, as good, and on his back was a dark entity with a wide-brimmed hat. Enough light on his face so I could see the details of his face, and a big black beard. And he was uncomfortable on this person during that Ikara. So I gave him somewhere to go, and when I put my shoulder out to lean over towards him so that he could climb onto my back, um, he did. He climbed onto my back. At that point, I felt or saw serpents all over my legs. Um, Not actually wrapping me up or anything, but just being there. Obviously, the entity was of dark nature. It didn't speak, didn't say anything, and the serpents were definitely attached to it because as soon as it got onto me, I saw the serpents. Um, and then I was able to actually grab the entity and bring it forward, scrunch it up, wrap it in a white blanket, as always been shown since I've been here, tie it up, explain that that this has to be and that it can't stay anymore, and then ask the Great Spirit to receive it with love, and then blew it to the cosmos for God to take. Um, and I'm not crazy. I really saw all that. It happened. I still struggle with the concept of how real this stuff is. I'm very, very physically and mentally tired today. Um, and after I sent the spirit to the Great Spirit, um, the serpents stayed. Almost like they'd gotten comfortable in me. So as I look down and I'm watching the snakes crawling over my legs, one dark black one pokes its head up and looks at me. This just comes up around like that onto my waist and looked at me. And when I basically thought to myself, that's it. You can't be here anymore. You can go away. The snake recoiled. This morning, when I asked the maestro, because at that point, I'm like, oh God, I'm actually able to control the snakes. And the universe said, well, Maestro Wheeler controls the snakes. He has that same ability. And obviously, he's been able to channel that into me, or that is part of my makeup. Um, the ability to actually be able to do that, to just totally, you know, control over the snakes. I don't know whether I can do it in this world. I don't know if I'd even really want to try. But on the other side, for some reason, I have this ability to see and understand and comprehend. So I can only thank the Great Spirit for this sight, for this understanding, for the compassion that I'm learning through my own minor frustrations. Yeah, a little bit about food. On my dieta, I'm allowed plain food, and the only fruit I'm allowed is apples. And I noticed yesterday that the apples were actually getting down low, and everybody was loving the apples because they're nice and crunchy and juicy and stuff. So I mentioned to Belle that if we could put a few aside for me, so that if I need an apple, I can actually grab one. And she did. And then I've gone in looking in the kitchen today, and the apples weren't there. And it was, yeah, definitely frustrating. I was feeling very aggravated and pissed off and shitty. Um, I'm happy to admit it now. I'm dealing with these things so much better now. And I'm really coming to terms with who I am, where I'm at. I will be coming home as planned to continue what I've already started. Um, I figure it'll take me about 2 years to organise myself, get my money together to be able to come back here. Um, and yeah. Hi, Val. How you going? You're on video. Say hello to the world. That's lovely little Val. I've already spoken about her. She was one of the ladies that came and showed me the photo of the vision that I saw last night in my vision. um, and yeah, the voices downstairs, a couple of different guys discussing what they experienced last night, as most people are today. They're trying to get it all worked out. Um, for me, I'm really getting to understand myself and know who I am and where I'm at. And for me, that's a massive breakthrough on its own. And I think I said the other day, Once upon a time, some people asked me who I was, and I couldn't say. I kept saying, "Oh, well, I'm Jody," and then they said, "No, no, 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 who you are?" So, well, I'm this spirit in this body. I was like, "No, no, who are you?" And today I can answer that question. I am everything, and I am nothing, and that is all I am. Um, Literally, when I say I'm everything, I'm everything. Everyone on this planet, every tree, every plant, every leaf, every bird, animal, fish, everything. And we all are. And that's why we don't have to live in fear of these few pirates that are in control of the world at the moment. Because that's all they are. People in the world that are in control of the banks and the politics and everything along those lines are all just pirates wanting to take what's not theirs, you know. Um, but they've made laws to make it legal that they're allowed to take what's not theirs without any questioning or anything along those lines. So that's something that we need to focus on, just thinking more positively about that aspect, where we are, where we're at, all that. You know? Now I'm just getting lost in my own thoughts. I'm guessing that's pretty close to the end of the video, but as always, a quick view of the view. Hopefully that was a reasonable view, because I couldn't see what I was saying. Um, Once again, I love you guys heaps, every single one of you. And if this resonates with anybody, please share this video, because the way that we will defeat these pirates is with love and light in our hearts, in our minds, all over our bodies. And as an army of light, we can combat the smallest army of darkness will be obliterated by one positive energy. So stay focused, guys. The world's not over yet. It's not about to end tomorrow. And we have a perfect opportunity to be able to make everything right. So let's go ahead and do that by living peace within ourselves. Off my peace page, it begins within. And that doesn't mean, and that means every aspect. It means accepting people, even the ones you hate, you know, more so the ones you hate, giving them more love because they're the ones that need it. Turning our back on people and turning blind eye to situations isn't helping our planet achieve its goal. Achieve its goal of living in harmony with itself, not destroying it. While instead of being a parasite. And a good explanation for this is there's some vines in the jungle here, like we have at home in Australia. The ones in Australia I knew as snotty grotty. And basically, it's a vine that'll get over the trees and it will literally strangle them and crush the trees to death. And they have similar vines here. They're not as they're more of a real tight, like a snake type vine, and it will literally strangle and crush trees. But then I saw Michael's plant, the abuta, and it wraps itself around the tree like an anaconda. But it doesn't hurt the tree, it doesn't kill the tree. And that makes it a symbiont being with the other one. And I think that's the right word, I'm not sure. They work together in unison to make everything one. So I watched this giant anaconda swirling up around the tree. The one if you're looking for the photo, go for to see. If you want to see a Buddha, there's a photo of Michael wearing a white shirt, and it's from down low, looking up his front, and it's got the Abuta wrapped around the tree behind him. And so, yeah, um, that's how we need to work in life. Not to actually just strangle the trees until they die, their own parasitic ways, but we need to work with the plants and the animals and everybody else, including all the humans. You know? That's how I feel anyway. So, again, I love you all so very much. I know that anyone that's watching this is either a peace loving mung being with love and light in their heart, and everybody that's carrying a lot of light will always have a little bit of dark. That's where the yin and yang is a really good basis for the fact that even the most enlightened people are going to have that little bit of darkness. Some little things will annoy them and piss them off, you know, because we're humans. We're not perfect. When we get back to the source, then we may return to being perfect and being everything as it is in one moment. Um, so yeah, be good to yourself. Be excellent to all those around you, and enjoy living in the now. Love you guys. Peace out. See ya.